Greetings, brethren. I want to once again give God thanks for this privilege of sharing His wonderful words with you. I have someone in mind that I want to speak about, and that person's name begins with an M. Can you guess?
Mom.
No. I don't know how much of Mom I'm going to talk to today.
Mary.
All right. Close. Very close. But not any one of you here today. Not anyone that begins with the M today. But before I get to that person, there is a man, and his name also begins with an M. Didn't think about that. Moses. Moses, turn with me please to Exodus chapter 2. Exodus chapter 2. I'm going to read a couple of verses here with you. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took a wife, a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. His sister, her name was, do you know his sister's name? Miriam. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Miriam, because Miriam, she did something just wonderful here. Beautiful sister. Good man. You see, Pharaoh had a decree out to kill all the babies, 2 and under, all the newborn babes in Egypt, in Goshen, because the children of Israel, they were multiplying too fast. They were afraid that they might become too much of a mighty army and take over. And so the decree was out to kill them. And Moses' mother, she hid him. She saw him as a good child, good son, and not willing to have that child put to death, she hid the pregnancy. She hid the birth of that child. It is easier to hide a child than the pregnancy. You can hide that too, but I tell you, she did it all. And she hid that child. And what she did, the mother did, was ask the sister. The sister was willing to participate. So Moses' older sister, intelligent enough, old enough to understand what was going on, she stood by and watched to see what would happen to Moses. So what happened? And the daughter of Pharaoh came down, verse 5, to wash herself at the river. And her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call thee a nurse of the Hebrew women?" That's Moses' sister. See, she was smart. She was intelligent. Old enough to know what was going on. "Shall I go and call to thee a nurse?" Not a mother, a nurse of the Hebrew women. that she may nurse the child for thee. She don't know who this child is. Pretending she doesn't know. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. So here we see Miriam playing a very significant role in Moses' life, in his survival. She stood there, saw all the happenings, and then made herself visible to them, and made herself known in such a way that she would ask, shall I go and call for thee a nurse? And she went and she got the mother of that child. I really want to focus a little bit on her. She had a brother, another brother. His name was Aaron. You know, these are two older siblings to Moses. And most of the times, older siblings assume the responsibility of leadership, or, you know, example, role model to the younger, guide. And I'm sure Miriam looked at herself that way as well. And we see the good things in her. We see the care in her. We see love in Miriam. She loved her little brother so much that she would work with the mother to protect her brother. And did she protect him? She protected, and she loved and cared for him. I want to show you her siblings. Numbers 26 and verse 59. And the name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, whom her mother bare to Levi in Egypt. And she bare unto Amram, Aaron, and Moses, and Miriam, his sister. So this man had 3 children, and the mother, she was of Levi. The father also was a Levi, right? So we have these 3 siblings, same mother, same father. And they loved each other very much. They cared for each other. And so, in chapter 15, after the children of Israel came from Egypt, Moses and the children sang a beautiful song unto the Lord. In chapter 15, just glimpse at verse 1. Let's take a quick glimpse into verse 1 or 2 there. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my God, I will prepare him an habitation. My father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war, the Lord is his name. Moses and the children of Israel. I will make him a habitation. I tell you, when God do good things for us, how can we exalt him? How can we show gratitude